Well, what a day it is for Iowa women's basketball. We're going to get to the breaking news story in just one moment. But first, a big thank you to our video sponsors for today, one being Iowa Floor Covering down in Bondurant. The guys down at IFC ready to serve you and your remodel, your flooring project that you have in the works. Give them a call. Their new number, 515-207-0228. You can also visit them online, iowafloorcovering.com, right there in the heart of central Iowa. Also, a guy who's in the heart of central Iowa, this artist, great Hawkeye artist. It's Randy Engel down at Under the Kitchen. Check out all the authentic Hawkeye player artwork at underthekitchen.square.site or search Under the Kitchen on Facebook. You can also follow the links to both of our sponsors in this video's description. So the news we're talking about, and we knew this was coming, but the official announcement came from McKenna this morning. 5-star 2026 forward McKenna Woliczko has committed to Jensen and the Hawkeyes. What a huge win for this Iowa women's basketball program. Now, we're going to talk more in depth about this commitment later on. Okay, this is just kind of a breaking news video. I know McKenna kind of teased this announcement yesterday, but I want to kind of give you an idea of what Iowa's getting here, and then we'll break it down more in depth. I want to get Kasheen Alexander's take on this as well. Sounds like we'll get to hear from McKenna herself later today. But McKenna out of California, yet another 5-star California product. I don't want to use the term pipeline, but it seems like Iowa has built somewhat of a pipeline to the state of California. Very interesting. Again, she's part of the 2026 class. She's listed about 6'2". It is interesting that all of the national recruiting services have her as the 6th best player in the 2026 class. On3's got her 6. 247 has her 6. ESPN has her 6. But On3 and Rivals, which is combined now, they have her as a guard, a shooting guard, number 1 shooting guard in the country, whereas 247 Sports has her as the number 2 power forward in the country. And this goes into my breakdown after watching McKenna play, watching some of her film, my take on how she translates, how her game translates to the next level. We'll get to that in just a second. She's played for Archbishop Mitty High School. In my understanding, Archbishop Mitty, just one of the best programs in the country, maybe the best program in the country. I was watching highlights earlier of Archbishop Mitty versus Mater Dei, which is where Addie Deal played. So that gives you an idea of the level of talent. She's also a 2-time gold medalist for the under-17 USA team. So very interesting. She tore her ACL and meniscus back in January. So currently she's in the recovery process. So that no doubt has put a bit of a strain, a damper on the recruiting process to some extent. But she's also been able to focus more on figuring out where she wants to attend school. Her dad, Aaron Woliczko, is the associate commissioner for the West Coast Conference. So very interesting. Both of her parents were athletes at Pacific University. That's a D1 school in the West Coast Conference. And Aaron Woliczko is the associate commissioner for that conference. Now, McKenna's top schools heading into today's announcement were Iowa, South Carolina, Ohio State, USC. She took her time taking visits. In South Carolina, boy, they threw a party for her. Don Staley had a block party for McKenna. They watched a WNBA game on one of the event center's big screens. And also Frank Beamer broke down some tape of McKenna's brother playing football. So it's clear Don Staley and the Gamecocks wanted her. And again, she was wanted by basically everybody, given her pedigree. Now, what is Iowa getting in McKenna? Like I said, we'll break down more of McKenna's highlights in a future video, but she's known as an elite rebounder, a 6'2", great length. She had 17 rebounds in a game versus Japan in that U17 World Cup, which is a USA record. She finishes well around the rim with both hands. She has the potential to be a true point forward. That's how I would describe her, a true point forward for Iowa, potentially. And I think she's someone who can play probably 2 or 3 different positions, anywhere from the 2 to the 3 to the 4. I think maybe the balance there, the even medium, is the 3, more of a wing, but we'll have to wait and see. She hits a lot of contested mid-range jump shots. And again, with her length, that's one thing. That's probably the biggest thing that stood out on tape for me. I didn't see her jacking up a ton of threes, but the shots she hits, a lot of those are contested shots. So her length, naturally, with her ability to handle the ball and really solid footwork for someone her size, gives her the opportunity to just take advantage of undersized defenders. Now, she's going to go up against better athletes, obviously, stronger players, and just better defenders in general. but I do think her length not only will help her on the defensive end, she's already got good footwork, which will help, but her ability to hit shots over defenders is going to enable her to play the 3 at the college level. I don't see her as a 2 necessarily, but I could see Iowa, the way Jan plays, as they continue to try to play more up-tempo, playing a little bit more positionless. And in that case, yeah, you could have a 6'2" McKenna Woliczko with her ball skills play at that position. So, folks, this is just huge news for Jan Jensen and could produce a bit of a domino effect because Iowa's welcomed a number of high major athletes, 4- and 5-star players to campus here in recent time. They also have at least one other visit scheduled in October. I believe 2 other visits still scheduled in October. So again, keep it locked right here, folks. Please hit that thumbs up button. We got you this news as soon as it broke. And just celebrate. It's a great day to be a Hawkeye women's basketball fan. The season's right around the corner, and Jan Jensen's got it rolling now with McKenna. Of course, this isn't a signing, but it's a commitment, and we'll await the official signing of McKenna. That will mean, at a minimum, Iowa will have 2 5-star players in that 2026 season between Addie Deal, McKenna Woliczko, and more potentially coming. Folks, thank you for being here. Again, we'll talk to you very soon. I'm Corey Bratta from the Hawkeye of the Storm. Have a great Hawkeye day.